Hi, and welcome to Red. This is our stream number 10, and I'm happy to see you here. So, without further ado, let's proceed to today's topic. We have tracking domains and SSL, but mostly we'll talk about tracking domains and explain you how to set them up, how they work, and what types of tracking domains there are. So let me change the presentation window, make it bigger. And again, please tell me and comment if you can hear me loud and clear, if you can see the presentation big enough on the screen, and if you like the topic, click like, write great topic, or do something like this. Meanwhile, we'll proceed. So, what domains are used in a tracker? There are two types of domains: tracking domains and service domains. Hold on, something wrong with my settings. It's muted. And this one is muted. Cool. Can everybody hear me well? Hi, Happy New Year. I know I can see comments, but I'm back to presentation. So, tracking domains and service domains. They're used for different purposes. So let's see what are they. Tracking domains are used for redirects in tracking scripts and in S2S postbacks. So, for example, for redirects from campaign to tracking URL, where a tracker like RedTrack will process all information and send it further to destination URL. Another alternative is in tracking script. So clicks coming from your campaign to a landing page, and there is a script on this landing page that does all of the job. And of course, the last part is postback. From a postback source to a tracker, you just need to give them the URL, and it can be a tracking domain. So, what types of tracking domains there are? Well, a lot. Let me just show here. Shared that tracker base, meaning all users in the tracker will use this domain. Or it can be dedicated, like this one, meaning the core of the domain will be the same for all users, but each of them will have individual subdom, which will be created dynamically. And then, of course, there are custom tracking subdomains that you own and host, or custom tracking domains that you own and host, or maybe you own and it is hosted by tracker. This is the difference. So, should you go for tracker-based domains, or actually invest some time in your own domain? Let's see the difference. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to write them now in comments. I'll see your questions and we'll provide the answers. So, tracking domains. Tracker-based versus custom. Tracker-based are good because they're available by default. Just log into the account and you have the domain, and it comes with SSL by default. However, this has two, in my opinion, big drawbacks. And we know about them. Everybody knows about them. So that's why we suggest our users to go for custom domains. These two big drawbacks are, first of all, they're well known, and that's why they often have bad reputation. You know, the affiliate marketing business, you know that there are different practices. So there is little way to protect the reputation of the domain, especially when it comes with a free trial. That's why we suggest you should go for custom domains. It's owned by you, it strengthens your brand image, It's not known by default, means it will not be blacklisted. It will not be recognized as tracking domain. I'll show you this nice little trick. And the only two columns that you need to set up CNAME, but it's easy. I need to have an SSL, but again, here we are. And like most trackers, we'll just give you one free. No worries here. Now, setup. Very simple. This is your custom domain. This is your CNAME redirect. This is the domain you own, or we own in this case. And this is the CNAME redirect to create a custom tracking domain, like this one. Or a couple of custom service domains for white label reporting portal and for white label publisher panel. That we'll talk later on. So very easy, just one line and it's up and running. And again, don't worry about SSL. We'll help you with that. Most other guys too. So, service domains. When you need to run your own affiliate program, or you need to run your own reporting portal for your customers, well, you can do it through RedTrack, but naturally, you want to do it from your own brand. So you run it on your own domains. This is the example number 1. That's how it will look. This is the example number 2 for white label reporting portal. And this is your custom domain. Of course, also your logo, your data, and everything else. But again, the topic today would be custom domains. So, having said that, and to recap, we have custom tracking domains that are used for redirects, for tracking, and for postbacks. And then we have white label service domains that are used to operate your either publisher affiliate white label portal or your reporting pool for your customers. And I'd like to ask you, the topic of domains is very difficult, but it's very simple in the end. So please tell me, do you have any questions? Something you'd like to know more about domains? Because next logical step is to just to show them how they work live. Okay, I don't see any questions. So let's proceed to showing something live. First of all, in order to have your domain, you need to get one. GoDaddy, Namecheap, doesn't really matter. Next, you need to also add your subdomains. One for tracking, for example, this one, ATT, and create a CNAME. One for your publisher panel, if you need this, like this one, affiliates, and make this CNAME. And the last one for your white label reporting portal, like this one. And again, add a CNAME. Done. It takes like 5 minutes for all three. You set up CNAME, create a name, and then decide where it points to. I will just not save this, so it works. Okay, done. Of course, you click save. And now I'll do small change in screen magic. And I'll share another screen. With RedTrack. Now let me show it bigger. Cool. So in RedTrack, you have quite a lot of domains. Your custom domain for all your campaigns is here. The one we just set. Now, then you have your publisher panel with your custom domain for publisher panel and your custom tracking domain that we just set. Last but not the least, you have your custom reporting pool. Again, with your custom domain that we just set. That's all. That's all the uses for the domains in the tracker. And so the last part is SSLs. Let me share the screen again with our presentation. And let's talk about SSL. So, first of all, it's not an option. It was an option 2 years ago, 2021, in 2020, last year. It is a requirement. If you don't have an SSL, you probably can't run traffic, or you'll run into issues. Then, another conception about SSL is that they're all the same. They're not. And that's why they cost differently. So what you need is a very basic domain level SSL that you can get elsewhere around $5 to $10 a year. Or we can get one for you and help you set up. The only issue is that free SSLs, like Let's Encrypt, are slightly slower than the paid ones. In most cases, it doesn't really matter, but when you run especially mobile traffic with a lot of connections worldwide, you may want to invest slightly more into a better SSL. But again, it's cheap, it's easy to add, and we're here to help. Next, owning SSL is good, because then you can take this domain with this SSL and use it somewhere else. You can buy a domain with wildcard and have multiple subdomains with one SSL certificate, and you can add like one for publishers, one for white label panel, 3 different ones for 3 different custom tracking domains, all done by one certificate. So 2 more questions remain. Where to buy one? We know a couple of services. We don't want to endorse them publicly. You may want to ask us in the support chat, or just ask us to buy the certificate, or just Google for it. Usually certificate comes with your domain, and usually it costs more. So the last question is how to troubleshoot your SSL. If it works or not. Again, usually there is a support team for this, but suppose you want to do everything yourself. So let us do some small Google. SSL checker. Now, let's check. And here you go. You just go to a place like this, SSL shopper. Just type SSL checker online. Type in the certificate, and you can see if it's okay. If it's not okay, what is the issue? There's the hint where we buy the certificate, and you can see when it expires. So the best part is that you own your domain, own your SSL. You control what's happening with it, and if something goes wrong, you can quickly fix it without relying on anybody else, meaning that your campaigns are secure. So when we're talking about custom tracking domain, we mentioned that custom domains are not known by default. When domain is not known by default and the tracking technology, like RedTrack, is done with all the compliance and privacy regulations, it's not recognized as a tracker. So there's time for little magic. We know that Safari hates all the trackers in passion. It actually blocks them from tracking the website. And soon it will be done by many other browsers. So using RedTrack and custom tracking domain allows you to have like this. We have our script, our tracker on our own website. We use RedTrack. Safari doesn't know it. Not in the list. Magic. Everything else is here, but not RedTrack. So at least you have one tool that can reliably collect all your incoming traffic, assign you click IDs, track and attribute conversions. So that's all we want to show for today. I'm here and I want to answer all your questions. And again, we're done this time even less than in 20 minutes. So feel free to ask. It should not be about domains. We're here to talk about tracking, domains, SSL, setups. Any question you want to ask. Okay, I think everybody's still in festive mood. We have visitors, no questions. At least somebody can please type, was this topic good? Was it useful? Should we do something like this next time? Okay, thank you. Somebody else? Good. Thank you. Okay, while you type in that you like it, and I'm happy to see it, let me share what we want to talk about next time. Maybe we can suggest a better topic. So next time, our goal is to talk about click ID. All tracking is based on click ID. And there is so much mystery about it that we want to just demystify it. Lift all curtains, show that the click ID is nothing mysterious, it's really simple, and it works. And second part would be pixels. Everybody knows about pixels. Everybody knows that pixels are about to die. But then there is STS postbacks that work perfectly fine. They can be installed the same way you install pixels. You can use them to actually send conversions to RedTrack, from RedTrack to Google, to Facebook, to Taboola, to Outbrain, to Bing, to whatever you need. And you don't need to be a rocket scientist to switch from pixels to postbacks. And that's what we'll talk about next stream. Meanwhile, again, while we're here, please let me have questions. Okay, it looks like this is our anniversary stream. We did it for the 10 times. We don't expect it will go that long, but we'll keep doing because you like them. But today will be the shortest one. Only 20 minutes. We covered all questions. We talked about custom tracking domains. We talked about service domains in Tracker. We talked about SSL, and there are 0 questions. So maybe next time when we talk about click IDs, pixels, postbacks, there will be more. And today, thank you very much. Enjoy your day and see you in a week.